Everybody's been talking about this, but Chanel said, hold my classic flap. Instead, we are going to throw everybody for a loop and we are going to release this. Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be unboxing, swatching, and demonstrating the brand new Chanel Spring Summer Makeup Collection, which I was able to get my hands on very early from the Brickell City Center Beauty Boutique here in Miami. And I'm going to show you my entire haul. But before we dive into the products, I know there are so many questions surrounding this launch. As soon as I posted sneak peeks and photos on TikTok and Instagram yesterday, the DMs started rolling in. So I want to begin by sharing as much information as I have with you. The Spring Summer Makeup Collection, which I'm going to share with you today, doesn't officially launch until March 1st. So I think that's when it's going to finally launch on Chanel.com and it will be rolling out to all of the department stores. So this is very early that I'm able to share this with you. But it's quite a late launch. I mean, if you follow Chanel, you know that usually we receive the holiday collection around October, sometimes as early as late September, and then by the end of December, early January, that's when we see the spring summer makeup launch. So March 1st is a very late launch, and the boutiques were told as soon as it arrives in store, go ahead and sell it. You don't have to wait until March 1st. So I imagine there must have been some sort of shipping delay, logistical situation for them to say, go ahead and start selling it. A lot of these pieces are limited edition, but this is the official spring summer makeup collection, so it will be widely available. It's going to take some time to roll out. As soon as I see it available online at department stores, I will of course update you and post all of the links across social media. Now, the photos we've all seen circulating recently, that is the Blanc Brightening collection, which we will also be receiving here in the US, but the official launch date isn't until March 14th. And who knows, the boutique could receive that collection a little bit early and I might be able to buy it a little bit sooner. But for now, I'm planning to review that collection in mid-March. I always like to wait until I hear direct word from my Chanel essay because you just never know. These things can always change. Hopefully that cleared up any confusion. And without further ado, let's talk about this beautiful collection. I was shocked. I feel like I do a pretty good job keeping my finger on the pulse of what's going on with Chanel, and I had no idea this was coming. And I picked up just about everything, so let me go ahead and take everything out of the bag. I also have one other very beautiful box to share with you. This right here is the star of the show. We have two Les Rouge et Joux eyeshadow and blush palettes, 958 Character and 957 Tendresse. This is such an exciting launch from Chanel for so many reasons. I cannot remember a time, besides the little travel palettes, that I've ever seen Chanel do a face and eye palette. I think it's genius. It's about time. Certainly in the world of makeup, this is nothing unique, but for Chanel, this is a really exciting new launch. I haven't seen anything like this before, and I have been loving these jumbo oversized compacts. I think they look so luxe, they're so much fun, and it's just a standout piece in my opinion. So of course I had to pick up both. This is 958 Character. This is the deeper of the two palettes, and when you open it up, you unbox it, it does not come with a velvet protector, my one complaint. It has a little card that just says eyeshadow and blush palette, and then it does come with a giant plastic protector to protect the powders. I did swatch these yesterday. I'm going to do it again for you today. I was very impressed with the pigment, but I also loved reading all of the comments on the photos that I posted. A lot of people were laughing, saying, haha, Lucia Pica is back because they saw the red. But you might be surprised by the swatches, and I think these are really going to be beautiful blushes on a deeper skin tone. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use these redder tones on your eyes if you have light skin. Let me go ahead and swatch for you. I love this gold. This is so pretty. This to me looks like an obvious highlight. Next, I'm coming over here to this kind of mauve-y color. This reminds me a little bit of Pillow Talk. The overall palettes, as soon as I saw them, I immediately thought of Pat McGrath Labs. Tell me this does not remind you of a Pat McGrath Labs Mothership palette or even one of her really nice luxe quads. Really beautiful color payoff. I'm going into this corner shade right here. And again, if this is too deep for you or not a good tone for blush, you could just use it on the eyes. And if you don't like it for the eyes, you could use it for the face. And if you just don't like the colors, then you don't buy it. Last but not least, I'm going into this beautiful red. Ooh, so pretty. They're a little bit crooked. I'm sorry about that. I did my best to swatch these. I'm impressed. I think these colors look beautiful. The texture feels really smooth. This does not feel like a dusty, crusty, baked eyeshadow from Chanel. It truly even feels more like a Pat McGrath Labs palette. So Chanel is taking notes. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to love this palette. Now, I've also heard from some people who don't love this particular color story. You might prefer this one instead. This is 957 10 Dress. I had to pull this out to double check because at first glance it almost looks like a jumbo version of Warm Memories, but they are different. This one looks more like a face palette. This pink shimmer shade up here is going to be such a beautiful highlighter. I absolutely love this. Now this palette swatches a little bit lighter, as you could imagine. Then we have this really pretty light taupey brown. I think this is going to be perfect on the eyes. This peach down here on the corner will make a beautiful, warm, summery blush. And then we have a deep kind of plummy color, which again would be really nice on the eyes. You could maybe use it as an eyeliner. Here are both palettes swatched side by side so you can compare. We also have another new Balm Essential Multi-Use Glow Stick in the shade Rouge Fray. This is so pretty. It actually looks more like a blush stick. It's still very shiny and balmy, but it has a lot of color to it. And we are getting 2 other shades in the Blanc Brightening collection, so Chanel is really pushing the Balm Essential. There is a little bit of a sheen to it, not much. And the sheen is more red. So I don't think, even on somebody with a deeper skin tone, I don't think this is going to translate as a highlighter on them. I mean, maybe because it's kind of like that sticky glass skin. But there's not much sheen, and it's really red. I think this is going to be more of a blush stick. But I don't know. I mean, I would have to see it on somebody with deeper skin to tell. But to me, this looks more like a blush. And the last 2 items that I picked up are the 2 new nail polishes. We have 967 Watermelon and 969 Rouge Cure. These look so pretty and very summery. Is this Watermelon? No, I think this is, yeah, this is Rouge Cure. And then this one is the Watermelon. It's so bright, and this one reminds me a lot of the pinky purple last spring. I can tell just by looking at it that it's a little bit more translucent. This looks more opaque. The Watermelon looks a little bit translucent. For this video, I'm just going to show you the nail polishes, but when I do my next manicure, I will definitely show you these colors and I will paint my nails with them. I don't think I'll have time to film, edit, and upload and paint my nails today, so it's a bit rushed, but I'm so early with this review, trust me, I will make sure you can see both of these colors on the nails. There are a few pieces that I did not pick up. There is a new Noir Allure mascara in the shade Rouge, which I would never really be interested in a red mascara. I think it's kind of unique, it's different, it sort of goes with the color story of this collection, but I would never wear a red mascara anyway, and I'm not a big fan of the Noir Allure packaging. It's the clicky packaging. It looks beautiful. It's kind of reminiscent of the lipsticks, but I purchased it in black last year, and it was one of the worst Chanel purchases in my opinion. I think it's really flaky. I think the packaging is defective. It lets air in, and the first time I used it, I felt like I was using an old mascara. They re-promoted the Or Rose eyeliner, which I have. So I will dig that out whenever I do the demonstration, but it's the rose gold eyeliner. It's absolutely beautiful if you don't have that already. The eyeliner is not new, and neither are the 4 Rouge Allure Velvet lipsticks, which I swatched in store. I did not pick them up, and I did not pick up any of the new Rouge Allure Velvet lipsticks that they launched in January either. I'm not a fan of matte lipsticks. The Velvet is nice. It's very smooth. It's not that it's super drying on the lips. I don't like matte lipsticks. I don't think they're flattering. I don't like how you can see little lines on your lips. Even if it feels smooth and it has a little bit of a slip to it, that matte powdery finish shows texture on the lips. You can see little cracks and crevices. I don't think it looks pretty on me. I don't like it. So I did not pick up any of those. I believe I have 62 Libra. That's one of the re-promoted shades. So if I can find it in my drawer, I'll wear it today just so that we can see what the whole look would be like. It's basically the 1 nude and 3 red lipsticks. You probably have something similar already. I scooted in a little bit closer for the demonstration portion of today's video. I don't really have a game plan yet. I went ahead and did my foundation, concealer, I filled in my brows, and then I did a little powder. But I kind of want to finish the face and dip into some of these blushes and see what they look like. I have a Sephora 99 brush. Just gonna tap into this. I love this color, this style of blush. It reminds me a little bit of In Love from Chanel. I didn't put any bronzer on yet because I wanted to do blush first. I also think the Balm Essential stick, I keep wanting to call it the Glow Essential. The Balm Essential I think will be a really pretty blush. Hold on, let me keep blending. I was going to say maybe it's the brush because this is a little bit smaller and more compact, but it's not really blending out as nice as a traditional blush. It's a little bit light and patchy, not like an instant love like I thought it was going to be. Okay, there we go. Let me keep blending. There we go. Now that's actually really nice. What do we think of the peach? I think it looks pretty. I kind of want to try this on the other side just to see. Because I powdered, I don't want to go directly on the face with the stick. This is something that you'll want to apply before you powder. So that's my fault. I do think this side looks really nice because of the glow. I actually prefer this. It gives you a little color, a little sheen. That's gorgeous. I picked up a little product with the brush and now I'm hoping the brush will help blend. Going back quickly with my foundation brush. I really like this Balm Essential stick as a cream blush. It looks so pretty. It looks like a very natural flush. And as long as you get your order of operations right with how you layer your makeup, you won't have any problems. Oh my gosh, I think I prefer this side. The intensity looks basically the same in the mirror. The powder was okay. I mean, it's a pretty color. It's not my favorite blush, to be honest, because I don't think it blended as nicely. It didn't go on like a typical face powder. It went on more like an eyeshadow that you're using on the face. But I do like it. The color's pretty. I think for travel, for really minimal makeup, having all of the products, the eye and cheek in one palette is really convenient. So I like this, even though it's not my favorite. Like I tried to build it up and you just don't get that much color out of it. But this, I think, is so pretty. I just finished applying bronzer to my temples, a little bit right underneath the blush placement, a little bit on my jawline, so my face is a little bit more balanced. And I like both. Let me not mess up this entire look, but I am just going to be really light-handed with this red. I feel like this might be similar to, oh gosh, might be similar to the Charlotte Tilbury, which looks really bright red in the pan, but actually goes on a little bit lighter. Of course, I say that, and the brush is picking up a lot of product, so now I'm nervous. Bad. It kind of gives you that really pretty like sunburnt blush, like a natural I've been in this sun all day. Yeah, I like it. I think the blushes go on very light, so if you have very fair skin, this is going to be a beautiful blush on you. If you like a more intense coral peach, you might not be impressed with it. It's not going to be the most amazing blush you've ever tried. And that doesn't mean you won't like the palette. It's just, it is what it is. But if you're light-handed, you can always go in with this color. I mean, I added quite a bit to my cheek and I think it still looks really nice. This gold is stunning. I'm going to use that as an eyeshadow. That is going to be a really pretty highlighter on somebody with deeper skin, but I cannot wait to use this as a highlight. I love a glowy pink highlight. Ooh, it's pretty. Let me get a brush. Yep, that's pretty. That is so pretty. Kind of think the highlighter makes up for the blush. Even though the blush is light, the highlighter is so nice. Ooh, we're glowing! Yay! I think that's so pretty. Okay, let's get something on these lids. I never like to do anything too crazy, too out of the box during a first impression. I'll have plenty of time to play around with both of these palettes, so I will do a separate video with more tutorials. But for today, I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. I'm going into this brown. I think this was the lightest swatch out of all of the shades. So I kind of want to see what this translates to on the eye. Yeah, perfect. It's a great little transition shade, crease shade. So fast and easy for just a really light natural makeup. I love it. This is exactly what I typically use. These pans are huge, by the way. I didn't talk about the weight. It says 12 grams worth of product, and there are 2 grams in an eyeshadow palette. So this is Warm Memories, 2 grams, 12 grams. That is insane. Wow, so you get a lot more product in here. It's a pretty light powder, so it goes on really nice. It's easy to blend, not patchy at all. It's not overly pigmented. It's not like a smooth, creamy, intense eyeshadow, but it does the job. I mean, I definitely have color payoff. It looks soft. It looks fresh. We know Chanel's spring summer makeup is lighter. And I really feel like these palettes are kind of the Chanel answer to the Hourglass palettes, the Charlotte Tilbury Face palettes, which are so great because they're versatile. I'm going to pop this gold right on the lid. Oh my god, I love it. So pretty. And it is the perfect shade of gold. It's not too yellow, it's not too brassy. Let's deepen it up a little bit. I'm going to go into this shade right here. Definitely more warmth, but I don't think this is translating to red or burgundy. These colors are all very wearable, which for some people will probably be very boring, but especially for a limited edition compact like this, it has to be something I'm going to use. So the upcoming palette with the, I think, purple and green, and it looks sort of like Easter candy, that's the type of palette that, yes, I'm going to pick it up. I'm sure it will be pretty. I already know before I buy it to review that I'm not going to use it very much just because of the colors. And I'm going to pick up this deeper plummy shade right here, and I'm going to see if I can use that as more of an eyeliner. I think that looks really nice. And it's not too red. There really is no right or wrong way to use these powders. Okay, I'm going to finish up with eyeliner, mascara, and then we'll do lips together. I did a little brown liquid eyeliner on the top lash line because that's what I normally do, and then I did mascara. I also took a little pencil brush. I took this brown eyeshadow and I buffed it beneath the lower lash line just to kind of finish the eye look. I took my rose gold eyeliner, popped that in the waterline. It's pretty subtle, but it's very pretty. I love the rose gold eyeliner. I might actually pick up a backup. I need to figure out or find out whether or not it's limited edition or not because that's a really pretty color. And then I also used this really pretty pink shimmer, the highlight, and I highlighted my brow bone, which I thought looked really pretty. And then I also popped that on the tear duct. The brows, the inner corner of the eye with the highlighter the way I normally would. I think it looks really pretty on the brow and the cheek. It's not quite as light as I would want it to be for the inner corner. Not a huge deal. I still think it's very versatile. And then I destroyed my Chanel lipstick collection looking for 62 Libra. Cannot find it. I'm trying to think back if I ever decluttered it. I know I didn't use the whole thing. Sadly, I don't have the nude lipstick. That is a re-promote for this collection. It's been around for a really long time, so I'm just going to do this Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue. This is Intense Caramel. So we're just going to do a different nude. And I used a Beige Natural lip liner from Chanel. But I think a really pretty kind of caramel warm nude goes really nicely with the eye and the color story. I'm going to top it off with the gloss. And my makeup for the day is now complete. Makeup is done. I'm gonna lean in nice and close so you can see the eyes, the cheeks. I have a little glow, still a little tackiness from the Balm Essential over here. This was the powder side with the highlighter on top. I think the eyes turned out pretty nice. I generally don't do a dark eyeliner with eyeshadow, so my eyeshadow looks a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing. Or it's just kind of nice to play around with it. Kind of want to brighten up this gold. That looks better. I think I needed to freshen up the gold. Just grabbed my receipt from my purse because I know some people were asking me about the prices, and I want to be able to tell you. So the nail polishes are $30 each. The Balm Essential is $45. The jumbo palettes are $90 each. Wow. $90 for each of these. So my overall thoughts on this collection, it is just an initial first impression. I like them. I think for $90, you want to make sure you're probably going to pick up one only, which I would recommend. And you just have to be sure that you love the color story and that you're going to use each and every shade in the palette. Otherwise, that's quite a lot of money to spend on something that you don't love 100%. If you're really minimal with makeup, if you travel a lot and you like the idea of having the face and eyes in one, then I think, this is just the type of product that you're going to be drawn to anyways. I love this color story right here. I think these are all colors that I would wear. Not the most impressive powder as a blush, if I'm being honest, but it's not too far off from the blushes that were in the recent Charlotte Tilbury palettes, the 2 blushes and the 2 highlighters. I absolutely loved those palettes. I think this blush is kind of similar-ish in texture. And the price is expensive because $90 at once is outrageous, but the Tom Ford quads are $90. Is that the net weight or is that the weight of the actual product? This says 6 grams, this says 12. If this has twice as much product, that's pretty incredible. So if you're comparing these jumbo compacts to a Tom Ford quad, this is definitely the better value. And even comparing to a Chanel eyeshadow quad, this is $62, $65. This has so much more product in it. So price-wise, yes, $90 is expensive, but for what you get, it is a lot. You have to be able to use all of the product to say you truly got your money's worth. So if you're drowning in eyeshadow and drowning in face palettes, picking this up just because it's a good value is not actually the smartest decision. Of course, you have to decide what products you need and what you like, what you'll use. I'm not mad at the price because you get so much inside. I was actually blown away by the Balm Essential, which I've never really loved these. I always think they're pretty, but I just don't really grab for them. But I will grab for this one because I'll just use it as a blush and not just a glowy highlighter. But I think it looks so pretty. These colors are very summer. We have one final unboxing. I almost forgot about it, but I wanted to quickly show you the sunglasses that I picked up. When I visit the boutique, I always have to check out the sunglasses. And I wasn't necessarily in the market for a pair, but I justified it by saying this is my early Valentine's Day gift to myself. And I fell in love with them as soon as I saw them. I think they're an older style too, so these should be online and I will link them if I can find them on the website. This is the little case, the soft cases. But this was probably part of the pearl collection, which I got the black pair of sunglasses with the pearls and I love them. They're super flattering, kind of soft cat eye, but these have the CCs and the pearls on the side. Let me try them on. I think these are going to be so cute for summer. They are a little bit bigger on my face. Not too bad, but then when you turn to the side, you get the pearls and the CC. Happy Valentine's Day to me. It was definitely a splurge, but it was meant to be. And that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you found this video helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned, everything on my face. As soon as the collection becomes available, I will update the description box, so all of the links you need will be listed down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.